What's the gossip?
Gossip in the Grove.
What's the gossip?
Gossip in the Grove.
What's the gossip?
Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Gossip in the Grove. I am your host, Traci Cunningham,
And I'm your co-host, Scarlett Mayfield.
and today we have our lead coordinator, Pamela Tierney. Hi. So today we are going to talk about Kentucky Band's Bourbon and Wine, and it is scheduled for July 12th. So we're going to turn this over to Pam because she has basically worked her butt off trying to get all of our bourbon vendors, our wine vendors, our beer, and even some new merchandise this year. So Pam, talk to us. Tell us a little bit about this.
All right, so we have a total of 13 alcohol vendors right now, with more hopefully still coming. And then we have 7 food vendors, and then 2 specialty vendors. Master Blend Cigars coming back this year to do cigars and info to teach you about them. And then North Meets South is a local catering company based out of Clarksville who will be doing charcuterie boxes and other items to pair with your wine. And then we have a few craft vendors bringing things from snacks to clothing and wood items. And then I believe Scarlett's working with Oak Grove Social Club, for their gaming tables. That's new this year. We're doing a lovely car show with moderns, classics, pickup trucks, anything you have that's custom or unique. We want you to bring them in and be a part of it. There are trophies to be won, food to be eaten, and a good time to be had.
Free to register on the car show.
That is true.
And not just the car show, the whole festival's free, right, Miss Tracy?
Yeah, everything is free. Yeah, well, except if you have to get some wine or some bourbon,
Right.
and then the bands and stuff. So we'll turn it over to you, Scarlett. Talk to us about some bands and what we can expect there.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to have the 3 bands, and they're going to start at 3 p.m. because that's when the festival starts. So first up, we're going to have the Mountain Laurels. It's 2 girls, and all our bands are out of Kentucky. They're local.
Yes.
So the 2 of them will go first. They kind of have a little bit more of like a country-ish sound, you know?
Or is it?
It's
what
more
I was
like a-
reading. Isn't it more like not more country, but it's more.
Like they have like a fiddle.
Yeah, it's yeah, yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
Well, what
But
is that? Like
it-
not
more-
folklore, but
it's
like
For bluegrass.
Blue. Well,
yeah, maybe a little.
well, a
more
little bit of
bluegrass.
maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Well, after them we'll have Unky Bones.
So tell us, Unky Bones.
Oh goodness.
Tell us a little bit about Unky Bones and how they got their name. Do
Well,
you know how they got
I
their
actually
name?
don't know how they
Okay.
got their name.
Well, tell us a little bit
Um,
about Unky Bones.
So Unky Bones has a really unique sound. I mean, it's not country, it's not bluegrass. It's kind of just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of a little funky, I guess, but you know. But I
Funky.
I really enjoyed it when they sent it. Like it felt really different, and I feel like people would really enjoy hearing it out there. So, and it's a more of a band. So there's 4 of them, I believe, and from their pictures they've sent, they seem a little quirky. You know, like
Okay,
they do some different hairstyles. They just seem a little quirky. So I'm kind of excited to see how that plays out. And then of course last we have Mocking Jean, which you and I met.
We heard them in SFEA.
Yes, and they were amazing. I think they were on
The Voice.
The
I believe
Voice.
she was.
Okay.
I believe, but I can't remember what season, and I'm not sure. I would have to do a little bit of research on that one. But she's very, very good. And
Oh,
now
yeah.
and her husband,
together, they
yeah,
were amazing.
yeah, because her husband actually joined her for the little tour and stuff, and they were really good. They sing a little bit of everything, different classic country, old country, new country, and so they do a little bit of their own stuff too.
Yeah, and I did read a little bit on their website of their bio, how they met and it came from like asking if you need someone to play the guitar or something, and it just kind of spun out from there. So it was a cute
What a
little
love story.
It was cute.
Cute little love story.
So
And then this year we're changing, like the setup kind of different, aren't we, Pam? We're kind of doing a little bit different on the setup. The food area will be, or the food trucks will be in a different area. And then our stage will be where the food trucks was last year, which is going to make it so much easier for them, so much better for them because of the heat and the sun, the way it directs. And then, and you guys, of course, will go and mark the vendor spots to make sure that everybody is down the walking trail, just like the spring to summer vendors. But this is going to be a little bit more different. So I'm kind of looking forward to that as well. And then, tell us a little bit about these barrel relay races that we're going to try and get going on here. This is going to be fun. Now, if you guys are not fans of our TikTok, you guys got to follow and love the TikToks because they are so popular. And Pam and Scarlett and Ari does a fantastic job doing these TikToks. So
yeah, if you don't follow, you're missing out. We don't always get TikToks out every single day, but we really, really try. And the latest one that we actually just posted today was the barrel relay race.
That went out today. I thought it went out Friday.
No, it went out today. I didn't have time on Friday to cut it.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
It's really cute.
Now
It's
I
really cute.
actually have to go watch it.
So, Ari and I just wanted to practice just to make sure that we weren't going to set anybody up for failure. So we took these, what are they called, dowels?
Yeah, like a dowel rods.
Yeah.
They're about
And,
this big.
Yeah, so we each got a barrel out there. I got a big one. She got a littler one. And we just tried to race. And the first attempt ended up in, I just did a circle around her because I didn't. It was very difficult. And then we just kind of had fun with it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a funny experience, I think.
Yeah.
I hope that everybody shows interest in it because I do think it'll be really fun and it'll make for good videos and pictures. And maybe I'll even try to race somebody. I don't know. Now I kind of got it down. I got
She looks like she's pushing a broom.
Yeah, hopefully when we have that sign up sheet, they'll sign up that day, and I think that we haven't actually kind of on the time. We don't know when we're going to start those.
Right.
So we have to really talk about the timing of that because the festival opens at 3. And 3 to 9 actually, so because it won't be so hot this time around.
And it's something new, so
and it is.
We're
It's
still
very
working
new.
out the kinks.
Yeah, and we're trying to do like Pam said, we're doing a car show and stuff. So
I'm gonna try to incorporate our lovely distillers, brewers, and winery folks to have a competition.
I
against
think
each
that's
other
a great idea.
and to see which ones want to go against our lovely tourism staff.
Oh,
Mimi.
it won't be me because
I can win.
I can't do it. I can't do
You
it.
can keep score,
I can keep score.
I'm
I
like-
can. Yes, I can
but I
keep score.
definitely want to have
But we can't win the trophies or
No,
anything.
but
But
we
everybody
can
else can. So
participate
yeah.
and have fun.
Yes, have fun. Yes,
Maybe
and there
I
will be trophies for the car show, and there will be a trophy for the barrel racing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've got my money on you, Scarlett.
I know. Well, hey, you saw I got it down there
I know.
towards
You-
the end.
you're-
I really
you're
figured
broom
out a good
pushing.
rhythm. So
There's no cheating. You can't push the barrels with your hands.
Yeah.
It
That's
has to be
right.
with the
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah, it has to be the stick. Absolutely.
I think it's going to be so funny.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Well, this is the third year, and we're trying to add a little bit to like every festival that we have. We add to. I try to add to every year on something different, something new. And the last 2 years, the only thing that we did have was, the bourbon and the wine and the beer vendors and our food, and of course the bands. But we wanted to kind of bring something else in for more festival goers to come and really enjoy it and just say, hey, there's a car show. Let's look at that. And then let's go and taste bourbon and taste some wine and do a craft beer, or something. And then,
Because our new feature last year was Master Blend cigars.
it
coming
was,
out.
Yes.
it was.
That was
And
our
that,
new
that
item
was
to
a big,
open up the
that was a
window
big
for-
hit. Yeah.
I know they've done other events with MB Rolling.
Yes,
And other
yes.
places in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So that's a good
So that was a good thing.
And
yeah.
I love that we, the car show, it is part of the main festival. But what I love is that it's its own separate event too. Because
It is.
we gave
yeah.
it a name,
Yeah.
Bourbon
Bur-
and Breaks.
Bourbon and Breaks. Yep. Yep.
They have their own time frame, and
Yep.
I love that. I think
Yeah.
that makes it really cool because some
Yeah.
people may only want to
Want
come
to come
for
to
the
the car show? That's right. Right.
So
So, and if you are interested out there and you want your car to be seen, and if you want to win any type of award, we have the Best in Show, we have the Mayor's Choice, and we have the People's Choice. So, and it's free to register. So come on out. Let's show off your cars, anything that you, or your trucks or whatever, and let's just have a good time and just enjoy. July 12th. I mean, it's going to be a great time in Oak Grove again.
Live music, good
Yes,
food,
yes.
and amazing beverages.
Yep.
What can go
Yeah,
wrong?
and what can go wrong, and just being out there with all the different people and just having a great time and laughing and watching another couple dance like they did last year with
I
all
hope that couple comes back. They were so cute.
They
to
were
watch.
so cute.
Well,
They
and there's-
danced the whole time, so it was fun. It was
and
fun.
there's going to be yard games. We always put yard games out.
There is going to
Yep.
be yard games. We have a couple of new ones. This year, I think we have the badminton this year too, and then the tether. It's
The-
almost
the
like a tether ball. Yeah, it's almost
Oh,
like a
yeah,
tether ball.
but you, like,
Does,
throw it, right?
does anybody remember when you were growing up in high school? You
they
had a
had the
tether
pole
ball
with the ball.
and the ball.
Yes, that was
Oh,
my favorite
That
game.
was so
that
fun.
was like elementary school for
Yeah,
me,
no.
but it's okay. Same thing, same game.
They don't even do that anymore because I think people just take the
think it
balls
was-
and hit everybody. with
Yeah, I
them
think
now.
it became too dangerous.
I'm sure it did. But back in the day, man, it was so much fun. And that was our, I mean, I used to, even after school, me and my friends would stay after school and go and play tetherball. And it was just so much fun.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite game.
Before practice, I would kill time by hitting the thing around the pole just to kill some time.
Yeah.
Play against
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
I think
I think we're having cornhole. I think we're bringing the cornhole
Yeah.
out there too. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, it's July 12th from 3 to 9, and we are just going to have a great time.
Bring your lawn chairs and blankets.
Yes, sit, listen to the music, drink some bourbon, drink some wine, drink a craft beer if you like the beer instead. Have a great from the food trucks. Or Pam, what's our food trucks?
We have a couple barbecue trucks, a mix of everything. We have the local chef Jamie's, fries with that, pallet junkies, Jubilee concessions, Soulfield barbecue, and Baby A's barbecue.
Okay, all right. So we have a variety, a little bit of a variety there. So
Something for everyone.
something
Yeah.
for everyone. And then of course we have a lemonade, or no, the what is that?
We
Oh,
have
the dirty
we have dirty
Yeah.
sodas.
Dirty
coming,
sodas. That's
and
right.
also fresh squeezed lemonades
Yes.
as well.
And you can get a fresh squeezed lemonade and then go to a bourbon place or the wine and taste whatever you want, and
Yeah.
then see which one you like and buy it and pour it and mix it. I bet you people don't do that. I would do that with bourbon and lemonade.
You don't even like
I know I don't, but hey,
I can
I can pretend to like it for a day.
with lemonade,
With
as long as
lemonade.
it's only one little shot and I can barely taste it.
I can make a couple good bourbon cocktails with lemonade
Yeah, there you go.
or sodas.
There you
So,
go.
I think it is important to note the rules too. of the
Yes,
festival,
please tell us the rules.
because we can get lost in all the
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
We just want to make sure that everyone knows that just because it's a bourbon, wine, and beer festival does not mean you can bring your own alcohol. The alcohol has to be bought at the festival and drank at the festival. And if you purchase a bottle, it has to be put away. You cannot open that during the festival and drink
It has
it.
to stay sealed. You can carry it with you, but
Yeah.
it has to stay sealed
Right.
and unopened.
No pets. Service animals are allowed, but please no pets, just for the safety of everyone around. And please be responsible. If you plan to come out and enjoy some drinks, please make sure you either have a designated driver or, a way back home safely so you don't have to ride in the back of a cop car somewhere else.
And make sure that you are aware that if you do bring in any coolers, they will be checked. And or oversized baggages or anything, just for everybody's safety and stuff too, and make sure that you don't bring outside alcohol in. So,
Yes.
So what else, ladies, do we want to talk about?
Well, hopefully with the new times, it'll kind of beat the heat a little bit. I'm
Yes.
hoping. I would say still maybe throw some sunscreen on.
Yeah.
Maybe throw some
Yeah.
bug spray on.
Yeah.
Sunscreen first, bug spray after.
Yes.
We clarified that.
You Googled that, didn't you?
I did. I Googled that.
Guys,
It's spring into summer.
You just Googled
so-
that one on the spring into summer one there.
Oh.
So Scarlett, since it's new
Mhm.
with the OG Social Club, what types of card games will they have at the festival?
That is a great question, Pam, and I have not heard back from him yet, so I actually don't even know if it's happening.
All right, disregard last.
Because that would be that's kind of cool. Because he was
He-
really interested
He
in
is
that
really
too.
interested, and I
Yeah.
do think he's going
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't know. It's probably going to be the same games he allows at the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I don't play cards, so I don't know what games he
I
has out
don't
Yeah.
either. They all had different names to
Yeah.
me. It's not going to be your traditional poker games.
No.
I do know that. He does not do those. I think there's legality issues
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm bringing dice. Dice and bones.
And I do know that from the previous podcast we had with him, it'll be more like, let's say you go in the tent and you want to play, and I go in the tent and I want to play. We'll be playing against each other.
Right.
So then you're not going to be playing against the dealer. So I
Right.
do know enough like that. So I think, but I do think it'll be a really good addition. So I'm hoping that he gets back with me and
Yeah.
definitely is going to do it.
Yeah.
And if not, then
Be knocking on his door, like, hey,
we can blame Pam for all this false advertising.
playing me, I'm sorry.
Should jump the gun, but it's fine.
People want to know. I had questions.
Good question. Good question. I'll get back to you on that.
So that's just a maybe, kind
Yeah.
of, sort of, if he does or
Yeah,
not.
yeah. With no information.
With
Sorry,
no
guys.
information.
It was a last minute addition. It was going to be a surprise. Pam ruined it. It's fine. It's fine. We still love her.
Well, she was curious.
It's fine.
Nobody gave me the information or didn't tell me not to ask about it. How was I supposed to know?
It's okay. It's all good. It's a good idea.
It was a good idea. It is a good idea. So what else do we need to talk about before we sign off on this? Because this was just a pretty short, sweet little episode that we wanted to get it out there to let everybody know to please come out, enjoy yourself. If you have nothing to do on July, and that's Saturday, July 12th. Come out, enjoy, have fun. As if you have nothing to do on that Saturday, please come out and just, walk the trail for the, just to see what kind of vendors we have. And if you want to try a different wine or a bourbon,
Yeah.
come on out.
Yeah. And if you have any questions,
Yeah.
don't hesitate. Reach out to
Yeah.
our Facebook.
Yeah.
You can shoot us an email. You can give us a phone call. We'll answer all the questions you have. We know you're not busy July 12th, so you might as well.
You might as well come on
come
out
on out
and
and enjoy.
Kentucky Band's Bourbon and Wine.
Exactly.
Before I forget, we have frozen cheesecake coming to this festival.
Don't we have chicken and waffles too?
Oh, we do have chicken and waffles and biscuits. I forgot we have Waffle Wheels food truck coming from Nashville.
Okay.
How could you forget the most important one?
Waffle.
Because I was being
chicken and
selfish
waffles.
and trying to keep it to myself. I'm sorry. Waffles and frozen cheesecake.
Oh, yummy.
They also have a frozen popsicle. It's like a pickle flavored for those pickle enthusiasts.
Oh, my.
So
That's
Old
me.
Glory Sweet Treats will be here as well with all the frozen things. So if you're a little too hot, you can get that to cool down. I want to try their cheesecake along with their
All the things.
All the things.
My inner fat kid is happy.
Maybe we can all get a cheesecake and then we can just split it up.
Split it up and share.
So we can
Yeah.
try all
I'll
the
try it.
flavors.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good to me.
Like a plan, man.
Sounds good to me.
Cheesecake and waffles.
Cheesecake.
Okay, ladies, I think that's probably pretty much a wrap. Okay. Okay, Scarlett, tell them how to follow the TikTok and our little Gossip in the Grove.
Yes, make sure you subscribe so that you can get all the notifications for the latest and greatest episodes for what's going on in Oak Grove. Share to everybody. We're on Spotify. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, all of the local podcasts that you can get on your phone. You can find our station at. And please go to TikTok and visit Oak Grove KY because you will not be disappointed. I promise.
Yep. And we are out.
Gossip in the Grove.